I first started really paying attention to the power of focus when I had Dennis Waitley in to speak one time at one of my events, and he opened it with this line saying, in life you'll never get what you want. You'll never, ever, 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 ever get what you want. You'll only get what you focus on, okay? And I mean, that, boom, that struck a chord. I mean, that was like, whoa, that's really impacting. And if you stop and you think about it, I mean, what you focus on, what you direct your attention to in life is the reality that you're creating. I mean, Deepak Chopra in the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success says that, talking about the power of attention, which is focus, okay, and intention, which is, you know, commitment or decision or, you know, whatever you want to call it, that attention energizes and intention transforms. And what you put your attention to will grow in your life. And what you take your attention away from will shrink until it eventually withers and dies. And if you stop and think about it, I mean, the power that we human beings have, I mean, especially if you start understanding all this stuff and we are mind, you know, you focus your attention, okay? Your attention is the power of mind that allows you to go in one direction or another. And as you direct your attention, you make something more and more and more and more real. What you continually focus on or direct your attention to starts growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. I mean, if you think about, you know, most people are married, have been married, had a boyfriend, have been in love. If you've ever been in love, okay? You remember how it was when you first laid eyes on that person, and you know how you just couldn't do nothing but think about him and think about him and think about him. Eventually you got the nerve to ask him out or sit beside him or whatever, take him to the movies or her to the movies, and if you got a little reciprocation going, right, like they liked you too, I mean, you just couldn't think about anything else. I mean, you'd go home and you'd think about him while you were eating, think about her while you were, you know, taking a shower, think about her while you're asleep. I mean, morning, noon, and night, you did nothing but focus your attention on that person, you know, and chances are, if you did that, you wound up with that person, even if it was, you know, for a while. And so the power of focus is so huge that it literally aggrandizes whatever it is that you're directing your focus toward. So if you really are serious about accomplishing something big in life, the key is to maintain your focus on it all the time, to be continually contemplating, thinking about it, planning how you're going to achieve it, okay? And in that focus of attention, that thing just starts becoming real. Now, it really is, what happens really is this process that's going on in your mind. You know, the imagination is the creative power in our minds. Now, it's a very misunderstood topic because, you know, some people think imagination is like child's play and daydreams and so forth, but directed imagination, okay, is the powerhouse of creation because, you know, when we create in our minds, okay, we create in the absolute, in the invisible realm, we create a prototype, if you will, a model of what we want to create in the material realm, in the external realm. This goes back to being made in the image and likeness of God. You know, we're exercising our little God-like powers. And so we create this model, this mold, this prototype out of the infinite possibilities in the infinite realm. And when we maintain our attention focused on that, and particularly focused on having it, and particularly not on the lack of it, but on having it already, okay? What winds up happening is that it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger and stronger until you eventually you manifest it. And so that is the power of focus. I mean, it is the one power that we have been given by our Creator, and that is the ability to direct our mind and our thoughts, okay? And when you talk even about willpower, You know, people talk about willpower and what, you know, you tried to do the diet by willpower, you tried to change the habit by willpower, you tried to do this or that or the other thing by willpower. Willpower doesn't work, because while you can will something for a while, if it's unnatural to you, eventually you get tired. And when you get tired, whatever you willed into being disappears. It's not permanent. And so now when you maintain your focus on something and you allow through the law of growth that prototype to go through the natural process of growth, and by the way, this is where the bigger the faith you have, the stronger your faith, the quicker you manifest, okay? The process is the same, but that's why all the wisdom literature talks about faith, 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 and the power of faith. And, you know, according to your faith, it is done unto you. And so the ability to maintain your focus on something is really the use of willpower. I mean, willpower is its only use, its real use, is to maintain your attention on what you desire and off of what you don't desire. Because the problem is that people start focusing on what they don't want, right? You say, I want $1 million, I want to be rich, I want $5 million, I want whatever it is. And all of a sudden, you know, you think about that for a while, then you go out into the world and you know, you got your problems and your boss and the issues and the relationship issues and the money issues and so forth and so on. And as you go out there and face that stuff, what happens to most people? It's like, oh my gosh, you know, the mortgages due, the rent's due, the car payment, you know, how am I going to do this? Oh, my wife lost her job. Oh, I lost my job. Oh, the kids need braces. Oh, you know, we need to send them to college. Oh, retirement, right? You get into all this stuff and you start thinking and worrying about what you don't have, okay? And when you focus on what you don't have, guess what? You create more of what you don't have. The reason there's more people that are unsuccessful than the people that are successful is because most people don't understand the art of directing their focus on purpose continually and consistently. If you focus on what you don't have, if you focus on what you don't want to happen to you, if you focus on what you fear, if you focus on whatever might go wrong, that's what you're going to attract into your life, okay? That's why the key is to maintain your focus. You've gone through that whole defining your what you want out of life, and you've designed your life on purpose. Well, the next step is to maintain your focus on that all the time. And those are some of the exercises that I go through on the program and that I explain in the book, is just exactly exercises to maintain your focus on what you want, and strategies for when what you don't want pops into your mind, how to dispel it, how to get rid of it, okay? And how to actually do this purposely, okay? On purpose. You know, I'm big on everything on purpose, because if you're gonna create the life of your dreams, nobody's gonna do that for you. It isn't gonna happen by accident. You got to do it for yourself, okay? And you know, that's what I teach people. No one is going to create the life of your dreams for you, and it's not happening by luck. It's happening because you purposely decided that you desire it. And by that, you maintain your focus on it continually. And by the way, when you maintain your focus on it continually, you create this thing called a burning desire. Okay? Napoleon Hill, in his book, Think and Grow Rich, talked about definiteness of purpose being one of the keys to success. You got to know what you want. That's designing your life on purpose. Definiteness of purpose, what exactly it is that you want. And then you have to maintain your focus on it, okay? And it turns into a burning desire. And a burning desire will get you there way quicker than just a vague notion of what it is that you want. And the thing that turns it into a burning desire is focus. Now, once you got that focus and that burning desire going, you know, the partner of focus, right, is intention or commitment.